ready?
Yes.
Take one. All right.
Casting.
Right atrium, right ventricle. Left ventricle, left atrium. We're going to start with the blue vessels, which are the veins. The first one here, which is draining the upper part of the body, superior vena cava. From behind, the inferior vena cava. You can also see it down here as well, the blue vessel right there, inferior vena cava. Okay? Also called the caudal vena cava in the pig and the cranial vena cava in the pig as well. All right. These receive blood from the right and left brachiocephalic veins. And the whole thing looks sort of like a Y, with the arms of the Y being the brachiocephalic veins, the stem of the Y being the superior vena cava. Then we have this blue vessel here. This is the right subclavian vein draining the right forelimb, the right cephalic vein, the right external jugular vein. This one's cut because that's often where they inject the latex. And then this one would be the right internal jugular vein. Then mirror image on the left side here. This one's broken, but this would be the left internal jugular vein, the left external jugular vein, the left subclavian vein, and the left cephalic vein and the left subclavian vein during the left forelimb. Okay? Then down here, you can see the abdominal pelvic cavity. Here again is the inferior vena cava. Here's a major vein that drains the left kidney, so that would be the left renal vein. Down here you can see it forks. Okay, and these would be common iliac veins. Now the pig does have common iliac veins, but not common iliac arteries. And they would drain the hind limbs. You can see femoral vein and so on going up here. Okay, major arteries, we're going to start here with the one coming out of the right ventricle, which is the pulmonary trunk. Then behind that you can see part of the aortic arch, which comes off the aorta, which drains the left ventricle. And the pig, remember, only two vessels. The first one is the brachiocephalic artery. The second one is the left subclavian artery, which goes right out here and supplies blood, this thing right here, to the left forelimb. Okay? The brachiocephalic artery, though, gives rise to three arteries in a pig, two in humans. And the first two are the same. The right one here, this would be the right subclavian artery supplying the right forelimb. The right common carotid artery, which supplies the right side of the neck and head. And then the left common carotid artery, which supplies the left side of the neck and head. In pigs, they all come off the brachiocephalic artery. In humans, the left common carotid artery comes directly off the aortic arch. And of course, the next vessel is the same. That's, as I said, the left subclavian artery. Okay, then you can see here. Here is the thoracic aorta. It penetrates the diaphragm. Now it's called the abdominal aorta. It gives off two major branches almost right away. This one, which is the celiac artery, and then the superior mesenteric artery. They supply most of the abdominal pelvic organs. And then this one, which supplies the left kidney, would be the left renal artery, and it roughly parallels the left renal vein, which is draining blood from the kidney. Okay, you also got another renal artery here. This would be the right one, going to the right kidney. And then down here you can see the aorta gives off a number of branches. The lateralmost branches are these. These are not on your list. Those are the gonadal arteries which apply the sex organs. The next branch here and over here, the pink ones, these would be you'd think they'd be the common iliac, but in fact they're the external iliac arteries. There are no common iliac arteries in the pig. So that's external iliac artery. That goes up here, okay, and eventually goes in the leg. That'd be the femoral artery. Okay? The reason you don't have common iliac arteries in the pig is because your internal iliac arteries branch directly off the abdominal aorta. Okay, so these here and here, are not common iliac arteries. They are external iliac arteries, right and left. The medial branch here, or fork, are the umbilical arteries, right and left. And you can see they run along the side of what becomes the urinary bladder. Go right up into the umbilical cord, and they're carrying blood from the fetus back to the placenta, picks up oxygen, comes back by a single vessel called the umbilical vein, bringing highly oxygenated blood, and runs into the fetus, and you can see it goes through the liver right here. And here's the other umbilical artery, as you can see right here. Comes up here, comes along, and becomes urinary bladder. And again, it's carrying blood from the fetus to the placenta, umbilical vein bringing blood back from the placenta to the fetus. So here again, the umbilical circuit. The vein, umbilical vein, is carrying blood of higher oxygen content in the corresponding umbilical arteries, bringing blood from the fetus, just like the pulmonary circuit. So you got the pulmonary circuit and the umbilical circuit, it's reversed. Vein or veins carrying blood of higher oxygen content in the corresponding arteries. Okay? Any questions? Get all?
Yes.